Hello everyone. In this video we have to learn about factor tree. What is a factor tree? Why it is required? Actually this is one of method of the representation of the factors of one of the composite number. We have already learnt about prime numbers and the composite numbers. We also know how to find the factors of this. But finding the factors, one of the method of representation of them is factor tree. What is factor tree? How we say and why we say it a factor tree? Let's see. Suppose I am taking a number 120 and I want to factorize it. We can put this 120 into a rectangular box, and then the number which we are taking, the first factor is 2. We are putting that also in a rectangle. And then what comes? That comes after dividing this by 2, we are getting 60. Again we find the next factor is 22. When we divide by 2, again we are finding the next number comes here is 30 when we divide by 2. Next factor again is 2. And when we divide 30 by 2, it comes 15. Then we can't divide by 2. The next prime factor comes 3. And we divide by 3. And then comes the last factor, that is 5. It means we can write that the factors of 120, the prime factors of 120 are 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 5. Then you can see 2 to the 4 to the 8, 3 to the 24, 5 to the 120. Now, some people say, can we put it only in the rectangular form? No. Sometimes in some of the books you will also find circles are used for this. We can put this 120 into the circle. Then we will take 2 in the another circle, and this, when we divide by 2, this comes as 60. Again we take the next factor, that is 2, and we get 30 here. When we divide by 2 again, we are getting 15. And when we divide by 3, we are getting 5 here. And again the factors are obtained. So it is not necessarily only rectangles are to be used, we can also use the circles in that. One more method is found somewhere. We can also represent the same in the form of triangles. Suppose we use 120, we are putting in triangle. Then we divide by this, again we take a triangle, 2 is the factor, and when we divide we get another triangle, and in this triangle we are writing what we get after dividing it by 2, that is 60. Then we again divide by 2, in the next triangle we are getting 30. Then again we are dividing by 2 because the next factor is 2, and then we get here 15. And then the next prime factor comes as 3, we get here 3, and the next triangle is 5. So there are 3 different methods of representing the factor tree. That is, you can use the rectangles, you can use the circles, you can use the triangle. But one thing you have to keep in mind, if you are using rectangle everywhere, you have to use the rectangles only. In case you are using circles everywhere, you have to use the circles only. In case you are using triangles, you have to use in the complete solution triangles only. Please do not mix up them, that somewhere using triangle, somewhere using circle and all. Let's take one more example of this. Suppose I am taking 176 as the number. We are putting this in the rectangle. We know the first prime factor for this comes as 2, and when we divide by 2, it comes as 2 8 is 16 and 2 8 is 16. Then again we get this as 2, and it comes here as 48, 4. Then again one factor is 2, this is coming 22. Next factor again comes 2, and at last we are getting is 11, because 11 is the prime factor, so we can't have any other factor this. And then we can write, therefore the factors of 176 are 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 11. Why it is known as factor tree then? See, it looks like a tree only. These are the branches of this. And that's why we call it a factor tree. What type of question can be asked to you in another way? Sometimes, suppose you are given a question 200, you have to find the number is given here 200. And then you have been given here 2. You know that it will come 100. Here nothing is given. X has been given here, suppose, and then you are getting here 50. Then here 2. Here nothing is given. This is suppose Y. Then you are given 5. And you are not given here anything, that is Z, suppose. Then you have to find the values of X, Y and Z. A factor tree has been given to you and you are asked to find out the unknown number in them, that is X, Y and Z. The way we are going to do it, see, 200 we know when we divide by 2 it comes 100. After 100 we know the next prime factor will come 2, and if we divide 100 by 2 it comes 50. It means X should be equal to 2. It is 2 here, we can write by the side of this. Then when we divide we are getting 50. Next prime factor 2, and you know that when we divide 50 by 2 it will come 25. So we can write 25 by the side of it, and then we can write therefore Y is equal to 25. We know the next prime factor for 25 is 5. And when we divide 25 by 5 it will come as 5. We can write 5 here, and then we can write therefore Z is 5. So we have learned two things in this particular video. One is how to write the factor tree and find the prime factors of a given composite number. Another, suppose you are given the factor tree and some missing numbers have been given, how to find out that missing number. Thanks for watching my video. If you have any doubt or comments, put them in the comment box and I'll get back to you.